Here we are for another Tech Talk with my good buddy from FPM3, Adam Oldfield. And of course, we're here courtesy of AML Communications, amlcares.com. Go there for all your gadgets and gadgets. And of course, Adam's their best customer. Well, I'm not so sure he's a customer. I think he's just raiding their shelves every now and again. But anyway, you've been doing okay by
AML. They've been doing really good for me. I mean, they take really good care of me. But I am a Rogers customer. So
Absolutely.
I
we know that AML is a Rogers authorized dealer here in Ontario for
That's
sure.
right. Yeah, I've been sort of knocking on their door like any new opportunity that comes up. So
They're great people, though.
Little thing that happened as we talked about. I had a little bit of a mishap with one of my phones and dropped it in the toilet. There was actually a stat survey of.
You could have said dropped it in a bucket of water, but no.
I might as well tell the truth. I mean, come on. I mean, everyone's gonna be really, bucket of water. Had that laying around, did you?
I know. And you know what? There's lots of people watching who have done exactly that.
Well, statistic just showed about just recently that we as a nation are actually doing most of our social communications.
Don't even say that.
I'm sorry.
Let's not go any further than that.
You.
Let's talk about some really important stuff, and that's the LG and the Samsung.
Yes.
And let's get away from the toilet.
Yeah, I'm just making a point.
Okay.
Just making a point.
No,
So
gotcha.
LG was my replacement phone, and it was awesome. The quality was superb, very crystal.
It's quite the size too.
You know what? Compared to, I brought the S3 Galaxy, a new one here. So
It's about the same size.
It's about the same size. It's got a little bit of the same feel to it. LG is going to get sued by Apple for having these curves because I think Apple has the patent on the curve, or how they claim it, anyways. But they did get rid of the button. There's no button here, so Apple can't come after
very
them.
cool.
There's no solid button. There's only one button on the left-hand side here, and you've got a volume control. And the SIM chip, you need a paper clip to actually pop it out.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so short of that, the LG is absolutely beautiful. It's fast, super fast. I really enjoyed it. Really did enjoy it. As far as quality,
Is that because of the quad core then?
the quad core was the key component to this sucker that really, and the vibrant colors from Crystal Points. It's got a lot of features in it that I thought were neat, including this little point that has, it's called Quick Memo. And this Quick Memo allows to put it's almost like drawing a little picture or whatever. It's like, I'm not sure you can see that, but I'm drawing with my finger at the given second, but they got transparent. What I thought was neat is that you can actually, whatever screen you're on, whether it's a browser or email, you can actually draw on it, and it gives this transparent feel like you're drawing, and you can see the drawings on the outside. So think of it as a transparent layer. I didn't quite figure out where I would use it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Again, not sure it's very relevant in today's day and age for a small business, but maybe you got a little stylus pen and you're like, let me just make a note of that, or I want to emphasize it. The LG actually has the conversion to throw it up on like larger monitors, so that would be really
that
key.
might be,
for presentations. I didn't get the opportunity to do that, but I did get the chance to kind of just play with it a little bit. It took a little getting used to as far as kind of the flow of it. That solid button that's on the iPhone and even the Galaxy, and most phones have that one physical button.
kind of like going from the keyboard to the on-screen. You miss that a little bit until you get used to it.
Now, the quality of the screen, as I said, was just top-notch. The speed was superb. As far as like, calling, the only thing I found really annoying is that the screen would go black and you wanted to hang up the phone because you've only got one button while you're on the call. I always was risking the chance of actually hanging up on them, but you click it once, it brings the screen up, and then you can move around and do so. So it runs off the Android operating system, and which is really nice. I mean, it's got the ice cream sandwich on it, the 4.0, which is cool, and I was very pleased with it. However, one thing, unfortunately, that did not work for me is that I wasn't able to sync it. It is not supportive for Apple. So if you're going to get the LG phone, one thing I learned, unfortunately, this is the 97, the 9 series, 97.1, is that all of the LGs do not have compatible software. Even when I plugged it in, I thought maybe the hard drive would sort of pop up and I'd be able to find the folders because it's Android. I would have had to unroot the phone, then I would have had to connect it, and then I would have had to get another software. There was a lot of rigmarole to try and make it work.
Got a little battle between the LG and
Apple, you know what? I'm thinking there's a little bit of a challenge. However, LG has sold 10 million of these bad girls.
Wow.
So across the form, they've got variable sizes. There's they got the 9 series, the 6 series. So beautiful phones. So if you have a PC, it's probably a good choice or an option for you to consider, as I was very happy with it as far as what it could do. However, because it didn't sync my Apple, which I do have an Apple computer, it really did kind of leave me in this kind of vortex of I can't transfer certain information. So going back, I got the Galaxy S3 again because I was comfortable with it and it worked, and BlackBerry isn't coming out with theirs yet, so we'll get to that in a minute. But one thing that was interesting is Samsung just came out with a few updates. They're upgrading the phones themselves. As far as like being able to now it runs off Jelly Bean. So you can update your Samsung phone and it operates now on Jelly Bean operating system. What's the key component of this is that it's got a few cool features about it. It runs a little more seamless voice recognition.
Yes,
it
which
runs
is your
on
favorite, of course.
It is. I do like that. And
Because you like to talk.
just nonstop. I don't shut up. That's
I
my
know.
problem.
I know. Don't we all know it?
Haven't given you a chance to talk yet, have I? So anyway, they upgraded to the new Jelly Bean, and they've got a new Samsung premium software that's going to be coming out. And I'm very excited about that. A lot of really cool features. It's actually turning it into a very more robust mobile application.
I like the looks of that phone. That's nice.
Well, this is the white one, and there's
Yeah.
different versions. You can get an international and North American one. So it's still fast, but the quality, again, against the two, and Samsung still synchronizes with the Apple. Yeah, they do have software available that
They're
you can
still
do that.
friends.
Absolutely. So on an Apple note, because I don't want to leave Apple out of the picture because I've been just giving them a little bit of heat, but just to throw a dig, there was an announcement the other day that this Maps has been a real problem for them. And now in Australia, they had an announcement that people were using the OS 6 Maps, and it was sending them off 70 kilometers from where this national park is located into a desert. So much so that when they get there, most people are running out of gas. There is no water, and it's 46 degrees Celsius. So
And how's the cell service?
Terrible, because there's none in the middle of the desert. So they issued a warning by the Victoria Police to say, please reconsider using a different GPS device or wait until Apple upgrades before you visit our
Oh
park.
my gosh. So what has Apple done about this? Obviously they know about it if you do.
Well, I understand they fired everybody on the map program. So anyway,
Probably a wise choice.
it was just an interesting story that came up, and it's just, again, not that I want to, keep
Well,
bashing
you
them,
know
but-
what? When you brought the Apple, the iPhone 5
Yes.
in here and we were playing with it in my office,
Yeah.
we had difficulty finding the building we were in.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, as a side note, I forgot to mention the Galaxy S, which is the voice recognition
Yes.
we were comparing to the iPhone. There, I thought that was on all Androids. I didn't realize that was a Samsung feature.
Oh.
So there's no voice command. Other than call Greg or it doesn't have what's the temperature in or where. So that was one point that I was a little shocked, actually. I thought that was a default. So as a side note, those voice recognition controls are unique to Samsung and
that's very
Apple.
interesting.
So as a side note, if you're looking for that voice control point. So, but now I'm going to turn the table a little bit and I'm going to shut up because my friend here, Greg, got the opportunity, yes, the privilege of being able to sit with the whole RIM group. And I understand you got a chance to see some pretty exciting stuff. What did you get to see?
Well, yes, Adam, I was invited to a meeting by Torsten Heinz, the president and CEO of Research in Motion, to their head offices in Waterloo.
Yeah.
To preview, not unlike what a lot of people have seen, and I think you've even seen a bit of the preview as well.
Mine was from a big auditorium at the back.
Yeah, I was a little closer than that, and there was about 40 of us or 50 of us in the room, maybe, and mostly local community business people and political leaders as well, and it was enlightening to say the least. I think, from my perspective, to put it in Mr. Hines' own words, he says, if you remember going all the way back to when Research in Motion first got out of the gate and the first BlackBerry, and they were the only BlackBerry or the only device on the market that did what it did by communicating by email back and forth to people. And on January the 30th, 2013, they'll again be the only device of its kind on the planet Earth. It's absolutely a remarkable piece, as you've seen some of the technology as well coming forward. But as I understand it, what they've been giving guys like you and I, and gals, of course, as well. There were lots of women in the room as he was presenting. We have only but scratched the surface of what the BB10 is going to do. In fact, there's umpteen more new tools and initiatives that are going to be launched on January the 30th. So, little things that we've seen, such as the new calendar. I think the new calendar is probably one of the neatest options, certainly from my perspective and in my business. You'll be able to, just prior to going into an appointment with an individual, you'll be able to tap on that individual's name within the calendar, and it'll automatically go out to the internet and search all of the latest news on that individual. So if that individual, for instance, had posted on their Facebook that they just got back from Bermuda, then you'll be able to walk into their office and say, by the way, how was your trip to Bermuda there, Adam? Wow. And you'll wonder where that came from, but what it'll do is it'll give you that advanced information. I think that's going to be very convenient for business people who are going in to see, especially in the larger company field where they may have put out a press release the week before and said, we just landed this big contract with this Asian company. You'll be able to start that conversation off by saying, by the way, congratulations on that announcement, and you'll be up to date with the individual that you're going to meet with, which sometimes is very important. So I think initiatives like that, I think another thing, and you and I talked about this a little bit earlier, was balance.
Yes.
Which is the division between business and personal. And it's not just having two profiles, it's a split decision where actually different threads from the operating system are going to be operating, so the two will never meet up and are non-transferable. So I think this device is going to shock us all, and I just can't wait for January the 30th.
Now, those are software features. Is there anything from a physical point or hardware point did they touch on in more depth with you, like from how it works, the keyboard, QWERTY? I mean, did they show you anything?
Actually, had the opportunity to play a little bit with the keyboard.
Yeah.
And what I found with the keyboard, and as you know, I've always been the big guy, give me the QWERTY keyboard, I need the little...
Yeah.
I found actually the actual typing of it, and maybe it's the key structure or the setup, I never missed it once. And, I struggled. I played a little bit with the iPhone. I played a little bit with the Samsung. For some reason or another, I'm either old-fashioned or just can't adapt. But this one, I think, quite frankly, I will be happy with the on-screen keyboard. What is really interesting is from a corporate perspective.
Yes.
As we all know, throughout the industry, we talk about these being virtual keyboards.
Yep, that's right.
Well, that phrase, virtual keyboard, has been banned from use on Research in Motion's property. It is not. It's an on-screen keyboard. It is not a virtual keyboard because it is actually a real keyboard.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. So there's lots to find out. You said January
Very
30th. Now, obviously, there's going to be a little more tidbit. I'm sure they're going to release.
And I think you can search online right now and you can get a lot of the information that they're promoting.
Yeah.
But these are the things that they're going to promote. The real excitement, as we've been promised as I was promised by Torsten Heinz last Thursday.
Yeah.
The real excitement is going to be on January the 30th when you see some of the tools that are going to come out that even in some of the techies up at Research in Motion would say to you, they would use this phrase, it's going to absolutely knock your socks off.
Wow. Well, there you have it. From Greg himself, he got the chance to speak to this product.
Yeah, I'm not looking at any of this stuff. I'm waiting another month and a half.
Pat this over to the side.
I'm waiting another month and a half.
And I can't wait. We still have BlackBerry in the office, so I mean, it's going to be. You know what? For small business, it's actually still critical for security reasons. They still got security. They got email. I haven't been able to see it as close as you have, but I've seen what the benefits and what I can see it's capable of for the small businessman.
You know what? And I think they haven't lost their roots, which is really important. I think everybody else has tried to adapt to whatever they can gravitate to.
Yes.
I think you know, Torsten Heinz would probably tell you if he was sitting here with us, we are not going to lose our roots with being a business-centric device.
Right.
You know, this is about productivity.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can bring your personal aspects into it too. But more importantly, this is a device that's centered around business. It's all about productivity. It's all about making you more productive. And the BlackBerry 10 apparently is going to make you more productive than you could have ever imagined you'd be in 2013.
Wow. This is exciting. Very exciting.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
wait to find out more. And when it does come out, you know, our buddies back here at AML.
Oh, they'll have it.
We'll be on it showcasing, and I'll be touting it for our small businesses out there everywhere too.
And I
Make it
put
work.
my personal request out already, so we'll
bet
see
you
how
did.
quick I can get it.
All right, well, that wraps up today for our Tech Talk. And again, visit AML Communications, amlcares.com.
Yes.
I'll wrap up by saying thank you, Greg, for giving
Thank
us
you,
our
Adam.
insight on the BlackBerry 10. And the next time we get together, will probably be the new year, and we'll go over some of the latest tech, and we'll probably have a little more insight on the new BlackBerry as well.
And for all you people that have been ragging out on Adam about
Yeah.
being a BlackBerry builder,
Hypocrite. Yeah,
you know
as I'm told.
what? You know, for those of you who maybe live in Canada, please realize that this is a Canadian-owned company, and of course, it has an amazing device, and it's going to be even more amazing. So don't rag out on Adam. Adam likes to try them all. LG, HTC, he's had them all. Samsung. He's got a BlackBerry as well, believe
Yes, I
it or
do.
not. He
Yeah.
still uses a BlackBerry too. But
That's right. That's right. I am on it, and don't worry, I'm not giving up on him yet.
But more importantly than everything, we're all about tech.
That's
Adam,
right.
have a good one.
Thanks, Greg. Take care.